It is halftime, so that means it is time to rant. And Chris, in the 7 years we've done this, I don't know if there has ever been a Sunday night when the word rant was more apropos. We have a lot to talk about. We only thought we had a lot to talk about. We will get to Lincoln Riley and where he's going, and Bedlam and TU going bowling and all of that in just a bit. But first, welcome. We are here at the BOK Center inside the River Spirit Casino Resort Lounge. This is a fantastic space where folks can come before Oilers games, during Oilers games, after Oilers games. Big screen TVs.
Everyone's
great bar
welcome.
set up.
It's not an exclusive
Absolutely, you
place
see
anymore.
people come on.
Awesome. Yeah.
Chris is geared up. Look at this.
I am.
My man is ready for the Sunday
Oilers.
matinee as the Tulsa Oilers take on Utah. It's game 2 of a 10-game homestand. Trying to snap a losing streak, Chris.
Yeah, got a 4-game losing streak right now. 3-game pretty tough losing streak, not going to lie.
That's what happens in the ECHL.
But you know what? It is exactly what happens. There's no better time for a 10-game home stretch. So this is, as you said, game number 2. They're going to be playing 10 home games. I think it ends around December 17th. Basically middle of December is when this homestand ends. So you got plenty of time to come out and see these Oilers. A lot of Thursday games, a lot of weekend games, so it's going to be a good little stretch.
Come early, come often. Come on out and watch your Tulsa Oilers. Fantastic time of year as we transition from the end of college football season into basketball and hockey and everything else, and the Oilers celebrating their 70th year of hockey here in Tulsa. We love them as a sponsor, by the way. Okay, huge, there is no huger news than Lincoln Riley not leaving for LSU. But in fact, leaving for Southern California. He's going to be the next head coach of the USC Trojans. We have people putting their thumbs down here at the lounge. Chris,
I think that's echoed throughout Oklahoma.
As we record this, as the Oilers are just getting started here this afternoon, our hair is blown back, brother. I mean, what do we make of all that?
I mean, we were leaving the station, basically.
Yeah.
And
Bruce Feldman was the first guy that I really respect that broke this. I mean, it's happening. Lincoln Riley gone.
And so what happened was it's to give you a little insight into our lives. I mean, we were just setting up
their dad today.
Yeah, right. We were just setting up the soundbite of last night. Lincoln Riley said, "Let me stop you right there. I'm not going to be the next head coach at LSU." And
he didn't lie.
He didn't lie. That didn't really sit right with me when he said it. Something felt wrong about it. But I didn't think it was going to be this.
Your antenna went up. Mine didn't necessarily. I was just excited to dunk on all the LSU people and say, you are wrong. I don't know how the smokescreen thing worked out or, how long he's been thinking this way. We're just guessing at this point as to why. The sunshine, perhaps. Look, here's the thing. The biggest reason somebody would leave Oklahoma, where Bud Wilkinson, Barry Switzer, Bob Stoops have all proven, now Lincoln Riley was on his way to proving you can win long term. The only reason you would do that, in my mind, is that you don't want to deal with the SEC.
It's possible.
The fight's there. In an NIL world where recruiting in that league is unlike anywhere else, you just don't want to put up with all of that. It is easier to win at USC, win national championships, and with the conference OU's going into, easier to win in your conference at USC than OU. But look, let's hear from the man, I suppose, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But this, like I just mentioned, those 3 big names, right? Wilkinson, Switzer, Stoops, with the exception of Switzer because of the way it ended at, at the very end. Basically, were allowed to stay and win as long as they wanted to. OU is that kind of job.
Yeah, it absolutely
Stoops had just done that.
LSU wasn't, which is why we were like, it makes sense he wouldn't go there.
Absolutely, right. It was the stability that made us think he's not leaving for LSU. I suppose you can build that sort of stability at USC. It hasn't happened for more than a decade. John McKay, Pete Carroll, they're the 2 guys in the last 70 years who have won really, really big at USC. Maybe he's just an LA kind of guy, or maybe because, living in an NIL world, being in Los Angeles is maybe just a whole lot different in terms of the dollars that can be made for kids as you're recruiting than Norman, Oklahoma. I guess, at this point we're just guessing and we're blown away by the news. Lincoln Riley on his way out. I mean, go right ahead.
So California, he's recruited some quarterbacks from that area. West Coast style of offense really could fit the offense that he
They've been
brings
running the
to
air
the
raid.
table.
His old buddy Grant
really
Harrell's been the offensive coordinator at SC. Now, they haven't won a whole lot of games.
But you have Lincoln Riley who can recruit. And you have a lot of good quarterbacks out there that can play his style of offenses that he has succeeded with. So I think maybe he's thinking, I have the talent base there to build the quarterbacks, maybe a QBU kind of thing, that I can build a good quarterback university and a good quarterback program, and maybe I can build something over at USC in the sunshine out there in the Pac-12. It's my thinking. I mean, I got a lot of cousins out there. They're saying fight on right now, and they're probably loving it. But that's the thing that I thought was the quarterback aspect of it and the West Coast style of offense that he could really bring to the table, and people would absorb and they would embrace it.
I'm not doubting that it will end up being a good move for him in the sense that he's going to win big at USC.
Yeah.
Would not bet against that at all. And in fact, I would bet a pretty good amount that that's exactly what's going to happen. Lincoln Riley will go to USC, and they will, in short order, establish themselves once again as the power team in the Pac-12.
And there really hasn't been much success coming out of the Pac-12 recently. It's been a very even conference.
It's a league he can go win. But look, they're not going to build a statue of this guy in Norman.
Oh,
right?
no.
I mean,
no.
Like he promised each year that they made the playoffs and came up short. He promised, we're going to be holding that trophy. He talked a good game, and he did just this last year. You know, this season, and we'll get into the Bedlam game last night.
Yeah.
This was the season where the Sooners came in with the highest of preseason expectations in the Lincoln Riley era, and ended up being the most disappointing season. Did the way that played out have anything to do with him feeling like, you know what, I had the cat by the tail for a time here in Norman, and maybe I'm losing my grip there? Jimmy Johnson was a guy who said you shouldn't stay anywhere more than 5 or 6 years, you know, and did that at Oklahoma State and then Miami and then with the Dallas Cowboys. Maybe Lincoln Riley's just built more that way. I had him, you know, I thought he was going to be the next Bud, Barry, or Bob, and obviously not. Like I said, there will be no statue. So we'll put a pin in that for now. We'll finish taping this, run back to the studio, and do a live hit at 5 o'clock, and then again at 10 o'clock. The huge news today: Lincoln Riley leaving Oklahoma for Southern California. All right, let's talk about that Bedlam game last night, which I cannot believe that this has now become
second fiddle.
Been bumped down, second fiddle. But what a game it was, as Oklahoma State led for the entire first half until the very end when it was tied at 24-all, and we didn't see that coming, right? The over-under on this game was 49.5. We had 48 total points, and then the defenses really did take control in the second half, and it was Oklahoma State's defense, best unit on the field, and over the course of 60 minutes that finally came to bear, and Oklahoma State wins in Bedlam for the first time since 2014, and now gets to play for a Big 12 championship and maybe a spot in the college football playoff. It's as big a win as Mike Gundy's had.
I think OSU fans are thinking they ran Lincoln Riley out of town.
They are feeling really, really good today.
They weren't puffing out their chest before this game, but I think today they're walking a little taller. I tell you what, this looked like it could have been the collapses that a lot of people talk about, that a lot of OSU and OU fans talk about. I mean, I didn't believe it could happen. I didn't think it could happen. I haven't seen many Bedlams. This was my first one there. And so the end of the first half, beginning of the second half especially, I thought, oh, okay, there it is, you know. Yeah. But they talked about it after the game. Malcolm Rodriguez talked about it really well after the game. Jim Knowles had a really good soundbite on this. They all asked themselves, can we play better? Yeah. And they said, absolutely, we can play better.
Defense didn't panic.
And they did not panic. They persevered. They pulled together. The defense didn't let up a single point after that. Had, 3 drives that ended in turnovers on downs? I mean, the fumble as well, and then, of course, you have the muffed punt. I mean, it was a game that they knew, okay, the third quarter hasn't been our strong suit. Let's keep this thing close. Let's keep this thing going. Yeah, we missed a field goal. Let's give our offense a chance. Yeah. And they did. And Spencer Sanders breaks off the 37-yard run. After the Tay Martin, what should have been a touchdown was called back, not a touchdown. And then you get, obviously, the muff punt, and then Jaylen Warren punches it in. It was just a game that they easily could have lost. You could have tucked your tails and bowed out, and everyone would have said, yeah, it's just OSU collapsing again. The defense said absolutely not this time. And I think it was a valiant effort for them to pull themselves together and say, not this time.
That's a great point. And instead of it being one of the greatest Bedlam gut punches they've ever had to suffer, it ends up with students rushing the field. Actually, forget students. It was almost everybody in the stadium, it felt like, was on the field at the end of that thing, and people are taking pictures in the end zone and doing the snow angel thing, and it became a game for the ages for Oklahoma State.
It really
folks.
was, yeah.
Look, Spencer Sanders, Caleb Williams, both under so much duress in that ball game. Loved the way they competed. It was an interesting game in that both offenses had their moments, and it looked like, they might be the best unit on the field at a time. Yeah. And then same with special teams, making huge plays. And then there were catastrophic mistakes by everybody. Yeah. And at the end of the day, we went in saying, I think for the first time that we can ever remember, Oklahoma State's defense is going to be the best unit on the field today. And it took a while to happen. And you talked about the perseverance. They give up 3 touchdowns in the first half, not something they have grown accustomed to.
No, especially not
this
since the break,
season.
yeah.
That's right. The most points they've given up in a game was 24. They give up 24 in the first half.
Yeah.
And then, no faults of their own, they go down by 9 points in the second half because of a special teams gaffe and then an offensive fumble. And they just kept battling. And pitching a shutout basically against OU in the second half did that OSU defense. These guys are for real. And look, they move up to number 5 in the AP poll, jumping Notre Dame today. They need help from Alabama, likely. I don't know that they can get in over an undefeated Cincinnati. So you likely need help from either Georgia beating Alabama or Cincinnati going down to Houston. But OSU is right there otherwise, and they deserve to be. They are now playing like a playoff team, and the resolve that they showed last night, the offense in the first half playing some of the best ball it's played all year, this team just keeps getting better and better and better, and it was a great win, and this has become just an incredible season. And you mentioned it, I'll go back to it. For Oklahoma State fans, the news today that Lincoln Riley's leaving town, I mean, even though they don't have those guys in conference anymore, it's like, how does a weekend get any better than that?
And Spencer Rattler could hit the portal, too. I mean, you got Lincoln Riley gone. Yeah. Caleb Williams played the whole game, and
I bet he won't go to USC.
He might not. He might not go back out west. He is from out west, but
all
he might not out
let's
that
talk
way.
Before we move on to TU.
I do want to mention one more thing really
ahead.
Quickly. 538. I told you about this last night. This is for the OSU fans.
Yeah.
So 538 is a statistic website. They do all these in-depth stats. ESPN uses them. They right now are giving OSU a 59% chance to make the playoff if the season ended today. However, you do all these little nuggets and you say, oh, what if this team wins this game? No matter what happens, if OSU wins against Baylor, they have a 95% chance at making the playoff. So for the OSU fans, just a little reason to root a little bit harder. There's a very, very, very good chance that OSU makes the playoff if they win this game.
Tells me they probably think they'll jump Cincinnati. And look, absolutely could happen. We've got a week now to talk about all that.
I
wanted to hit on the atmosphere, though. They had the pom-poms going for the first time that I've ever seen it. It felt like an SEC game or an SEC atmosphere at night. The black uniforms, it was big league.
It was cool.
It was fantastic.
It was really cool.
And, you know, even as it started to look not great for the Cowboys in the third quarter, that crowd was great the entire night. It was
fantastic. The whole night.
So much fun. It was so much fun to be a part of one of the great Bedlam games we've ever seen. So Oklahoma State thinking college football playoff, OU thinking what in the world has just happened to us in our program, and TU, our guy Philip Montgomery is thinking, I'm going back to a bowl game, baby. The TU finishes the season on a 3-game winning streak. They started the year 3-6. They finished 6-6. They started yesterday's game against SMU down 17-0. They rally and win the thing 34-31. It is always an uphill climb for the Tulsa Golden Hurricane, but these kids battle.
They never say die. They really don't. I mean, we were looking at the scores. We were in Stillwater, and we saw 17-0. We both shook our heads and said, come on, guys. Not like this. Don't bow out like this. And then TU scored. Oh, great! TU scores twice in a row. Okay,
Two times in 66 seconds.
And then we forgot to check for a little bit. Next thing we know, it's 28-17. I'm like, are you kidding me? I don't know why. I don't know why I ever shake my head at TU anymore. And I was really impressed. I talked about this with you earlier. They, for 3 games in a row now, have not played to their opponent. They have played to their strengths.
Yeah.
I mean,
you're right.
after Temple, I thought, okay, great. You know, they're playing to their strengths. Now they go down and play a tough SMU team, who they now finish above in the conference standings. By the way, they play a tough SMU team that they could have definitely gone down there and lost, and you know, it wouldn't have been no shame. You lost against a good team, but they never said die. They said, you know what, we're going to play our brand of football. Davis Brin's going to play a little more conservatively, a little more, probably a little smarter ball than he had been playing over that first stretch. And next thing you know, TU is going to a bowl game, and they look like a team that could go out and win a bowl game. I mean,
without question.
Yeah.
Look, traditionally, going back to my time here, Todd Graham and then Philip Montgomery as well, when these guys get into a bowl game, they tend to play it pretty well. They did lose by 2 to Mississippi State 1 year ago, but these guys get up for bowl games, no doubt.
And the game, get off the field cleanly.
The difference between capping your season on a 4-game winning streak at 7-6 with the bowl game victory, in 6-7, it's pretty big. These guys, they'll prepare the right way, and they're going to play great. And you feel great for Coach Montgomery and that entire program. So many great seniors on that team. To finish on a high note is a beautiful thing. Taylor, let's bring you over. Taylor Hall, General Manager of the Tulsa Oilers, our presenting sponsor here of the Rant. 10-game homestand is just underway. Game 2, just about to, the puck's going to drop here. We're going to stand.
Get up and
Go ahead.
slide over, yeah.
Come on in, Taylor. Ask you a couple of
us.
questions if we can.
Yeah.
Okay.
About
Thanks, guys.
okay, we're going to snap that losing streak today. I know that's happening. But a 10-game homestand. Tell folks some of what you have coming up here over the next 2 weeks or so. Tulsa Oilers at home.
Yeah, we've got a big homestand coming up here December. Getting set for Christmas. We got a ton of games. Winterfest is out here at the BOK Center. So if you come to the game, you can go out and skate. Come to the game or after the game. A lot of fun. This upcoming Friday is our annual teddy bear toss game, benefiting Salvation Army. After we score our first goal, we ask fans to bring a unused stuffed toy, and after we score a goal, hopefully it's really early in the game, throw it on the ice. We gather all the teddy bears and donate it to the Salvation Army. They give it out to all the kids.
That's a great scene. You say that there are people who
awesome.
get into this each and every year and just bring as many teddy bears as they can possibly carry.
I mean, it's incredible. I mean, some of our fans bring in huge garbage bags full of stuffed animals, and it usually takes probably 20, 25 minutes to get them all off the ice.
Beautiful.
The guys are tasked with getting them off the ice. We load them in a Salvation Army truck, and they take them out. So we got that going. We've got a bunch of Sunday Family Fun Days coming up, where after the game you can go out and skate with the players after the game on the ice here. And again, we got to take advantage of this homestand because wins don't get any easier as the season goes on. For
That's
sure.
true.
Right. All right.
This is a young team. Obviously, it's a team that's been scoring a lot. I think you got to make it out for the first period for the teddy bear toss because they're a danger to score early in this league. With this team and the way that they've shaped out this year and the way that the young guys have really stood out this year, how much promise does it give you for this team going forward with all the young talent, how they've really shined on the ice this year?
Well, I mean, surprisingly, we had a much better start than we were expecting after looking at the team that we recruited. It was a really tough year with COVID last year. A lot of the college and junior teams gave everybody an extra year of eligibility. So we didn't have the pool of players to kind of pull from. And we had a lot of guys that decided to go into Europe. So it was like pretty much a brand new team, less 3 players. So with the start that we've had, it's been very, very promising. So we're excited about the year. Even though we've lost a few here, we still have a winning record and are right in the hunt. But I think the young guys typically, it's usually the older guys kind of burn out as the season goes on. They may get a faster start. So for us to be able to play in this league, in our division, the Mountain Division, and start off one of the top teams, I think is very promising because I think our young guys are going to get better as the year goes on.
Awesome.
And you
Get a
think
shot at
Lincoln
the top
Riley
team
left for USC because why?
I'm not sure. Maybe.
Here we go.
That's not what you said off camera.
Yeah, well, maybe he's a little intimidated about the SEC. I'm not sure.
Yeah. No, I think Taylor knows.
Caden
All right,
made-
the
Caden
homestand
made the point.
continues
You're good.
through mid-December. Taylor, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you, guys. We
Go get a
appreciate
win
you.
today.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
thank you, guys.
That is it for the rant. Brought to you by the Tulsa Oilers. There goes Taylor. Oh yeah, you're good. Yeah, go do work, man. For Chris, who's geared up, got his Tulsa Oilers
Ready for the
sweatshirt.
game. Well, I was
Caden,
ready for the game.
Be watching us tonight at 10. Everything we can tell you about Lincoln Riley.
Whew.